Self-love aren't just mere words. It doesn't happen simply because you wish for it. You make it exist through your actions. And if the goal is to solve this depression for good, then one unavoidable issue is the people in your life. And I know this feels bad, it feels uncomfortable, but that's why the previous video in this playlist was about addictions. It was about you overcoming your primary urges in order to keep walking towards your goal. And this is the same in the sense that, as a human, your first instinct will always be to be with others. But that isn't always the healthiest thing for you. Some of those people in your life might not be helpful towards your goals. Some of those people might just look at you as someone to dump their issues on. Some of those people are just in your life because they were always there, nothing more. Or you simply can't let go because you fear being alone the most. But if they aren't contributing in some way to your goals and principles, then you are already alone. That's why you feel so lonely. It's not being around people, but being around the wrong people. It's the expectations that you create from having more people around you that hurt. Because you try to look at others to feel some sense of safety, some sense of belonging, but you just end up seeing nothing. Nothing that connects them to you, your goals, your values, because you never really questioned that. That's why you feel so lost. That's why you are depressed. Because the people where you devote your time and effort don't lead anywhere meaningful to you. So the body just shuts off, leaving you trapped in it and in despair. That's why you need to reorganize your social groups and label their meaning in your life. You can't just keep adding people and hoping for it to work out. That isn't a strategy. That isn't self-love. And your depression is the result of it. The lack of structure makes you feel unsupported, lonely, anxious. And that will stop only when you decide what do you want for yourself, where do you want to go, and what is the kind of person you wish to become. That is how you find your place in this world. And one of the ways you make that true is by filtering every relationship through these goals and values that you have. Otherwise, they are just words, empty promises, more reasons why you can't trust yourself, leaving you miserable, frustrated, exhausted, like millions of people that never decided to solve this problem for good. Always trying to please everyone, never having energy for anything, and never really having role models of consistency and success, leaving only the people that nobody wants. The ones that only see you as a source of distraction and have no place for you in their lives. The people that don't contribute to nothing beneficial for you. And I know that for a lot of you, these people I'm talking about might be all you have. They might be very close to you. But again, self-love isn't mere words. People only change when they want to. There isn't really anything you can do about it. The real question is, will you stay suffering until that happens? If that happens, choose. At some point, you need to understand that you deserve more than leaving your energy everywhere and hope for something to grow, but never really knowing if it will. You require direction, structure, values, and your depression isn't the problem. Your depression is a warning siren. Hi, I hope this video is helping you. If you don't understand something, please comment down below and I will answer. Like and subscribe because it helps me. And if you don't want to spend time watching my videos, go take a look at my ebook. The link is in the description. Now back to the video. And this isn't just about your depression, it's more than that. People don't realize how their relationships are the thing that decides your life the most. Your wealth, relationships, happiness. Everyone focuses on work, but that isn't really the main thing. For example, the people around you will be the ones that hold the standard, and that line will be the thing that either makes your life feel very difficult or easy. It will be the thing that decides how easily you achieve your goals. The people around you will be the ones that reinforce your ideas, but if they themselves don't have a habit of managing their mental health, then the worst sides of you will get pulled out every time you spend time with them. And the people around you will be the ones that can tell you when you are doing something wrong. But if all they do is complain and be miserable, then you will be just like them, miserable for the rest of your life. Because those are the habits that you are cultivating. The longer you don't solve this, the bigger the problem it becomes. So if you ever hope to be happy in your life, start picking the things you want for yourself and start questioning who contributes for that. And this will be the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. But it will also be the most helpful, the most impactful in your life. That's when you start making real choices. That's when you truly start living. And I have been through the same, and I can say, even though there was a lot of pain and arguments, I still don't regret it. Because it's better to be moving somewhere alone than to be in the same place stuck and miserable. It's not better just because you are with someone. And all of this might seem very selfish, but it's not. Because healing happens alone. And if you are depressed, then you aren't really having the behaviors that are good for the people around you. And if they are mentally sick too, then both of you just worsen each other's problems. You both see in each other's the worst actions you can do, not facing the problems you have to face, making your relationship end up sick and twisted, full of lies, pain, and untold feelings. Not being alone, but always in pain, not growing, keeping each other from their true paths. And if you really love them, then you understand what you need to do. It's not about living forever. It's about taking time away in order to heal yourself and then come back through the right door to transform your relation from dirty and dark shelters to healthy and beneficial investments for both of you. So don't see this as selfish. See this as the first act from the side of you that is kind, brave, and strong enough to protect others, that wants to come in for others from a place of love and not from a place of needs. It's hard, but it's essential, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Letting go is sometimes the best answer. I'll see you next week.